Hi everyone, I'm Jia Xing.
I'm Dr. Lee from Changi General Hospital Breast Centre.
As you may know, breast cancer is one of the most common cancers in women in Singapore. Every year, on average, 1,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer in Singapore. Today, we are here to debunk some of the most common misperceptions about mammograms.
Mammogram is an X-ray that looks at the inside of the breast, and it can help to detect diseases such as cancers in its early stage.
Let's take to the streets to find out whether people are aware of what is fact and what is myth. Afterwards, Dr. Lee will reveal the answers. Let's go!
I think the radiation for this for this mammogram is very minimal. Anyway, you don't do it every day, right?
Myth. Medical research has improved lah, so I don't think that it will cause harm.
I think radiation on a long-term basis will cause cancer. Yeah.
It's more like a myth. Radiation does have some impact, but without radiation, we cannot get a mammogram done.
This is a myth. Radiation from mammogram does not cause breast cancer. The amount of radiation from mammogram is very low. There is no evidence to suggest that radiation from mammogram can cause breast cancer.
The compression alone doesn't spread. Spreading is from other form within the body, I think.
Definitely a myth. Is how can cancer cells be spread by pressing only? No, it's a myth.
I think it's a myth because if it does cause the cancer cells to spread, then what's the point of getting a mammogram done, right?
I mean, it's just a compression and it's only that a minute or so. How can it cause adverse effects? I don't think so.
This is a myth. Compression during a mammogram does not cause cancer cells to spread. The compression during a mammogram is necessary to spread out the breast tissue so that we can have a clearer image of the insides of the breast. Breast cancer cells spread through the lymphatics or the blood vessels, and it is not caused by compression from a mammogram.
It's a fact. Some symptoms are not very obvious. Sometimes we might have something without feeling anything.
I would think it's true.
It is true.
Yeah, it is
true.
Yeah, if it's self-help, right? Prevention is always better than cure.
When you're like adult already, then you should check lah.
Go and check lah. I must go one day go and check out lah.
Initially, I think it's a fact. But then when I went for my first mammogram, they asked me, why are you here? When you don't feel any discomfort, I said, I don't know. The government said above 40 must go, so I go lor.
This is a fact. Women above the age of 40 years old are encouraged to go for a screening mammogram. This is because breast cancer in its early stage may not have any symptoms and can only be picked up through a mammogram. Treatment at this early stage usually produces the best outcome and cure rates.
I think it's a myth. I think all women should go for screening. Personally, I believe that screening can help you catch things early.
As long as there is cells, things can always happen. Yeah, I think it's not the family history or whatever.
With family history, maybe the risks are slightly higher than without, but doesn't mean that without family history you wouldn't get breast cancer.
This is a myth. A majority of breast cancer cases is not due to an inherited gene. Hence, not having a family history does not equate to a lower risk. Screening is still encouraged in women without family history of breast cancer.
In certain cases, I think both should be applied because sometimes cancer cell cannot be picked up by a mammogram, can be picked up by the ultrasound.
Actually, the what do you call it? Ultrasound is good enough. But I've heard that ultrasound and mammogram actually picks up different things. So it's usually ultrasound first. If something is being picked up, then to go mammogram.
I think maybe the initial stage of screening should be like ultrasound first, followed by a mammogram if necessary.
I think it's a fact.
Really?
Ultrasound can detect some cells or something that mammogram might be able to detect as well. So maybe for some women it's not necessary for mammogram. The ultrasound is sufficient.
This is a myth. Mammogram and ultrasound breast scan use different techniques to look at the inside of the breast. One is not better than the other. For women above the age of 40 years old, mammogram has been shown to be the most effective way to detect early breast cancer.
Thank you, Dr. Lee, for clearing up our doubts about mammograms.
If you would like to find out more about breast cancer, do speak to your healthcare professional.